Imagine waking up every morning with a sense of purpose and waking up knowing that your day is going to be less about survival, making it from one moment to the next, and more about thriving, enjoying those moments, and being intentional in every step that you make. I make content for people who are ready to take that next move in their life. They've decided that where they are is not where they want to be, and they want to take the next step up so they can see what life is really all about. If you're ready to make life moves, come on, let's go. All right, folks, welcome back. If you're new here, you are in the right place at the right time. And if you've been here before, again, welcome. So glad that you're here. Today, I want to talk about something that is absolutely life-changing. It's called mindset. And specifically, what I want to talk about is a thriving mindset. Every single day, millions of people wake up with one goal in mind: surviving. Yeah, that's right. But here's the thing. Surviving, there's no growth. Surviving, there's no moving forward. Surviving is just hoping that you'll stay in the same place and not go backwards, but you're not really going forward either. And so today I want to talk about how we can move from survival mindsets to thriving mindsets. Some of the research that I've looked at shows that if we are just about surviving, just about making it through the day, just about staying comfortable and avoiding failure, what we will get as a result is that we'll actually never reach our full potential. And with Life Moves, we are trying to reach our full potential. Now, of course, you've heard it before, it's all in your mind. And that sounds just kind of like a trite little saying, as if somebody just threw that out there. But there is something to be said about where our mind is. One of my favorite Bible scriptures is about as a man thinketh, so shall he be. And the idea is that the way we envision ourselves and the way we see ourselves has a lot of power to determine what we ultimately will become. And so our minds must be in the right place, thinking the right thing, pointing us in the right direction so that we can actually get to those spaces that we're trying to get to. So a little bit about myself. I am now, as of November 13th of last year, I am 55. So I have hit the double nickels. And so what I decided this year was that I wanted to do more than just kind of thrive. I was beyond surviving. I want to know, how far can I go in this thriving thing? And so my wife and I, we have spent hours talking about what we want for our lives, how we want to be impactful for others, and how we want to make a difference in the lives of those who are in our family and in our community and within our church. And so part of that is me talking to you today and sharing some of my life experiences so that you at 25, you at 30, you at 65 can decide that you want more out of life. And so what I want to do is share with you 3 key things that you can take with you so that you can move from surviving to thriving. These are actionable steps that you can take today. Okay, so don't go anywhere. Hang loose. You want to stay till the end, because if you miss the third one, then you've missed out on one of the key steps that we need to make as we make life moves. So here's the first thing. A thriving mindset doesn't happen overnight. So if you're looking for a quick fix, click off of this and go find someone else who's promising you miraculous change overnight. I'm not that person. I believe and have come to understand that a thriving mindset really is about some small steps. This is about overcoming survival mode and a survival mindset permanently, so that we're not bouncing back and forth in that type of mentality. It's about this small intentional step that we take every single day. I've said it for my last couple of videos, but it is true that if we take small intentional steps over time, what we'll find is that change will happen in our lives. Here's what I want you to think about. The compounding of consistency. There's a quote that talks about how consistency compounds in the same way that our finances compound, in the same way that interest in a bank account compounds. You make one step today, you make another step tomorrow, and as you continue to take those steps, you exponentially grow because you've consistently been in a growth phase. If we aren't consistent, then it's always a start, stop, and you never reach any plateaus of thriving. You're always just starting over and surviving. And so what I want you to do is to get consistent. Decide on a goal and consistently follow that goal every single day for 2 months, 3 months, and see what the outcome will be. You will find that your work will exponentially grow. Your abilities will exponentially grow. Your health will exponentially get better. Your relationships will exponentially thrive. You will thrive as you continue to be consistent, because consistency compounds. Now, this next one is one that it is a life changer. And if you put this into practice, I promise you that your mentality will move to thriving as your actions move to thriving. All right, here it is. You ready for it? All right. Reframe your thinking about failure. Failure is not a problem. Failure is an opportunity for you to grow. That was it right there. And so I want to break this down into a couple of pieces, but here it is in a nutshell. Failure is not a problem. Failure will help you to grow if you use failure in the right way. Everyone who's become successful, entrepreneurs, artists, athletes, leaders in industry, you name it, if they wanted to be successful, they had to deal with failure. And so, you know, some of the famous stories: Michael Jordan, who got cut from his high school basketball team, others who failed in business, others, your Thomas Edisons who failed over and over and over again, your Abraham Lincolns who failed. Many of the historical figures that we always look to and say, wow, look at what they did, they're amazing. Their story is a story of failure. But the difference between someone who fails and they're just surviving and someone who fails and is thriving is that they use failure as an information point. In other words, they learn from their failure and use that to inform the next set of decisions that they need to make. If you want to thrive, use failure to move you towards success, not to stop you from becoming successful. And in fact, if you understand how to use failure correctly, you can become comfortable with failure, knowing that it's part of the deal. If we learn from our failure, we can learn how to thrive. We can learn what to do and what not to do. So use failure to inform your next step. Failure is not an end. Failure moves you towards thriving. All right, so in order for us to get to this last one, I'm going to ask you to do me a favor. If you've heard anything that has resonated with you, or if you've heard anything that can be helpful to you, I'm going to ask you to like and subscribe, because you liking and subscribing helps me to continue to share this information with you, and helps me to continue to help others to grow in their life moves. And so go ahead, if you don't mind, hit like and subscribe. And if you've been here for a long time and have not hit like and subscribe, I say it all the time, what are you doing, man? Go ahead and hit that button, and let's grow as a community of folk who are making life moves. All right, here's the last one. All right, thriving is about who you are in the moment. It's about moving from a constant state of reaction to a state of intention. And so what I'm doing is I'm not being moved by the situation. I am moving the situation. I'm causing things to happen versus simply reacting to what's going on around me. In fact, when you move to a place where you're controlling your situations as much as you can and you're planning for what may come, you will find that you will have much less stress. You'll be able to walk into situations more confidently, and you will find that your ability to achieve increases because you're already ready for it. You are intentionally moving versus reactively moving. Before I even started this video, I knew that I needed a thumbnail. And so while my wife was in the house and it wasn't quiet enough for me to record, guess what I did? I planned on doing something. So I handled all the work that I needed to do up front. And then when she left, here I am recording right in front of you. It's the intentionality of using time, the intentionality of using resources, the intentionality of thinking through what my life can be so that I can ensure that my life is what I want it to be. And that's what thriving is all about. Being intentional, being in control of those areas of your life that you can be in control, rather than seeing life as something that's moving you. You are seeing life as something that you are moving. The difference between those who make it and those who don't is their mindset. when you cultivate a mindset of thriving, you will find that each day as you're taking those steps, those life moves, you'll be moving closer and closer to the goal. So thank you for coming. Thank you for hanging out. Let's keep on making life moves together. This has been an enjoyable time. I hope that you learned something, and I hope that you're able to grow in your thriving mindset. So keep on coming back, like and subscribe. I'll be posting new videos each week, and we will make these life moves together. Thanks for coming. I'll see you guys later on. Take care. I'm Ken, and this is Life Moves with Ken.